What up, y'all? Welcome, YouTube world. Welcome, Bigo world, to the top of the morning show. We made it. Season 2. We didn't got I didn't have no turkey, but I'm saying some turkey in our life. We did the Thanksgiving thing. We took a break, revamped our universe, went through some shit, if I'm being honest. You know what I mean? Came up off the surface, rose back, and now we are back up in this thing. So we appreciate you guys for being here as I turn this music down. New music, you already know I'm always making these beats, but we out here, man. So let me introduce myself. I go by Cedric Blickman, aka Blick, and we also had a crew. Let's go ahead one more time. Let's do it. We got Coco in the house. What up, Coco? How you feeling? Got him.
Wonderful. Well, hello, Bigo world and YouTube once again.
We're back. Season 2. We out here in this thing, man. All right, we also got Juicy Juice, Dr. Juice. I'm sorry, FDR, but we call her Doctor. All right.
I'm so excited to be here.
I am so grateful to be here. It is earlier for you now. Oh my God. Yeah, we good, man. It's good vibes in this new season. It's going to we riding this thing, man. So we out here. Then we got the one and only Black Google, aka Gullah Gullah Info Goat in the house. What up?
What's going on?
Was populating, man. He got the new phone popping too. I could tell. Look, I can see the cleanness of it and all that. That boy is out here. He out here in the streets. And then you already know.
Man, this is my same iPhone.
What? Hey, we look cleaner today. I don't know what he did. I was like, this nigga to change the angle. Look, he done something. That's what's up. And then also, you already know it's Monday, so we got Goddess Trends in the house. Don't forget Goddess Trends. What up, Goddess? How you feeling? Goddess. Okay, she feeling smooth. All right, she trying to
I'm
get
so sorry. I'm here.
She's like, I made it. Never would have made it. We got people calling her. They must know they know she live. They know she live. That's what's up. And then also we have Poetic in the house. What's good, Poetic? What's up with you? Got him. Ooh. Got him. She got the little glasses populating. Look, she got her breakfast. Got the her did. She better stop. Look, she rubbing her neck like she felt like it felt good too. She was like, Jesus, my own hands feel good. Goddamn. All right.
And way back too. She went way
I know
back.
she telling you her spots. So if you match that, I'm telling you, you match that same spot, she gonna feel that shit. I don't even trip. Nah, I'm just playing. All right, that's what's up though. But what our powers combined is the Royal Flush crew, man. We out here in the streets, and another season. Some of you guys, I don't know if you guys missed it, but if so, go back to the HMS network and be able to watch some of these episodes. We did roughly, I think it was a little bit over 17. I'm still counting them. We doing the cover art for all of them, and it's a lot of work. But last season was amazing. We had some fun times. We had the Yo Mama jokes. We had the spiritual talks. We talked about the Mandela effect. A lot of those shows, we actually was seeing some of the views on it and a lot of people's responses. So we're going to be bringing that stuff back for this particular season as well. But today, I need to get a drum roll. We're going to be talking about third eye. So the third eye talk today. Talking about what is the third eye. Everybody always talking about the third eye. Everybody always talking about stay woke and stuff like that. So we're going to kind of dissect it a little bit. We not too heavy, but we just going to lightly just go up in it. Oh, also this too, y'all. We're going to be doing a little bit more time for this particular season. So buckle your seatbelts. The hour was definitely not enough. So we moved it. We bumped it up a little bit, put a little 30 minutes on it. So it's going to be an hour and 30 minutes. Therefore, it gives us some time not to be able to rush and running out the goddamn dough. Poetic, don't do that to me. I feel like I ain't smoked in years. Jesus, I ain't smoked in years. I'm telling you, but it's all good. It feel like it is. Oh Lord, she coughing too. Jesus, Lord, help me. Come back to us. She like, I'm gonna make sure my third eye is open. Hold on, let me get that shit off. Get that shit popping.
To ascend, you know.
Yeah, that's too cool. So I'm real quick before we jump in and get all serious, because we got a little bit more time. I want to talk to you guys, see how y'all been since we took our little break. It has been like at least about almost 2 weeks. Time is going by fast as hell. I don't know if nobody else noticed. I noticed. That shit is going by quick. Super duper quick. So let's go down the line real quick just to see how what everybody been up to. What's good, Jay Wood? Welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. All right, so Coco, we'll start with you first. Let's bring this down. Get this bumping. No, I'm feeling the music. Don't trip. How you been, Coco? What's up? What's been up? How was the little takeoff?
You know, when you get in the groove of things, you be like, okay, wait a minute, I got something to do, and then it's like, no, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm on a break. So it was kind of like, like I was missing the show, but at the same time, I got to sleep in. So it is what it is.
Man, I tell people be thinking, look, just because it's on Bigo and YouTube, this is still a job, y'all. This is still a job. When you got to wake up and show up, it becomes a job. So we appreciate it because
I just have a quick question. Did anybody else wake up like they had to be on the show to realize like, the show is not airing?
yeah.
Or was it just me?
Heck yeah.
See, I get multiple wake up calls, not just from you, Juicy. My momager, she would call me, and so she did the same thing to me, like, oh, you ain't got a show today? I'm like, no, we don't.
She wake up also, she roll over slowly, like, yes, you're right.
Did y'all catch what she called her? She said, my momager.
Yeah, her mother. Nah, that's what's up. Yeah, what's up, Mom? Shout out to Mom. Yep. Nah, man, but I felt like the same way. Like you said, I was waking up, I think it was the following Monday after Thanksgiving. And I was just like, oh, I ain't ready. In my brain, I was like, I ain't ready. I ain't nothing. And I was like, wait, we got another week. I was like, bless the Lord of Israel. Glory. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, so that's what's up, man. What about you, Juice? How you feel? How you been? How was your break? The break that you had?
Well, I don't have a break.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Being a mom is 28-52. Like, we don't get breaks, but
yeah, that's true.
I am on the West Coast for the holidays.
Ooh,
so
don't play Wesley Snipes. No, I'm just playing.
But the West is the best. West Coast is the best coast.
Oh yeah, don't lie, don't. Yeah, you already know. Mm-hmm.
I need y'all to keep my mom in prayer. She has cancer and it's getting bad. She's not getting treatment or anything. Blah blah blah. You might deep into it, but
okay, yeah, we definitely send a prayer out for real.
Taking care of that. But other than that, I'm happy to be back to in the West Coast. I'm happy to see my family. I'll be down there Friday in Cali. So.
Man, I appreciate you. We already know. Definitely, you guys.
So I got to get back into being on the West Coast for a minute versus the East. So I was looking at the clock at 6, and I was like, oh wait.
Yeah, it's a little different. You back on that Coco time now. You see what Coco going through now. Like you wake up like, what? What you mean? Yeah, when the time goes back, that still is confusing to me too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just excited for the show being back, and can't wait to see and hear what we got to do.
Man, we back out here to do it again. And also, shout out to the mom. I was going to tell everybody too, you guys, especially coming to the season, we didn't kind of made it out of the season. I told you with the ancestors visiting and stuff like that. But health is a divine situation. So don't take it lightly when it comes to health. And don't take it lightly what your words can actually do. We can heal ourselves. No fluff. But you got to be able to speak over it. You got to be able to have your mind on one accord, because your cells, once they feel like your brain, and it's funny because we're talking about the third eye today. But once your mind is on one accord with the body's going to take its orders. So in your brain, if you're saying you're sick, best believe you're going to be sick. So try it out. Definitely try it out. It definitely works. And if you are feeling like you're coming, like to sickness, or sickness is trying to arrive, there's a whole entire process before you're officially sick. So I would watch my words and saying I'm sick. So get that water in you, take some tea, herbs. We got to have a whole little thing on that. But yeah, it's all in your mind, y'all. All is mind. But yeah, man, definitely prayers go out to the mom. Okay, cool. So let's keep it going. So Mr. Gullah Gullah, what up? How was your break, sir? How was your break, man? How you feeling? I know you always busy. How was your break?
I'm gonna say, I'm about like Juicy, man. I'm always doing something. I don't really take a break.
Yeah, you don't get a break.
I also wanted to give you some advice. Juicy. Sodium bicarbonate. Look that up. For cancer, man. It's like they, and basically the common name is baking soda. For real.
Baking soda. I got baking soda.
Like this
I
guy.
said the same.
Well, yeah. Nah, there's this guy. They've been trying to censor him getting his message out, but like he had testicular cancer and had metastasized into his bones, and he used sodium bicarbonate to heal his body. And like I think it was like 14 days he did it. He goes through this whole regimen. He was sick and all. He got sick doing it.
Yeah.
But what he did was he kept drinking that sodium bicarbonate a few times a day until he got the alkalinity of his urine up to 8.6.
That's some
and
good
when he
notes
went
right
back
there.
to the doctor, they said, when he went back to the doctor, they said that there was no cancer in his body. And that's the thing, disease can't live in the body whose
It's alkaline.
alkalinity is
It's true.
at an 8.6.
That's facts. That's all truth.
I want to say I didn't know exactly what you're saying, but I've heard other people say that as well. And I had already knew this because my grandfather, every time he feel like something in his stomach or whatever, he'd be like, "Give me a teaspoon of baking powder."
Yeah.
I mean, baking soda.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's facts.
and that man, 89 years old, and
Wow,
yeah.
that's
Man.
crazy. I'm glad to know.
Yeah.
Because she had bone cancer.
That was
Yeah,
sad.
anything.
Yes, Doc Black. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah,
'cause
Doc Black.
that was the
And-
one I was going to suggest as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Soursop. Yes.
And Blake, when you was talking, Blake, I thought I was like, oh, he got a whole nother show. I hope he don't go too far into that because that was a whole.
I know. I wasn't going into. I know. I wasn't in my mind. I'm like, don't play because of course, like you say, all is mind, but your mind has to be on one accord. And like you're saying, when you put your body in an alkaline type of state, I'm telling you, you like you said, the cells have to be on one accord. They have to be on one accord with your brain, and then they got to be on one accord with their activeness, being as active as they can. And when you're in the alkaline, your body is thriving. Your stuff is electric. You know, like I said, we'll go into that. I feel like we're going into that whole show. But anyways, we will come back definitely on
Yeah,
that.
we should talk about that.
Yeah, we
The
should definitely go
alkaline
in.
diet.
Yeah, for real. There's a
Yeah,
diet, the
let's
water
talk
that you
about that
drink.
one day.
There's a certain pH balance and stuff like that. I'm telling you, it works. And then once you get the majority of that in you, so like the water in you is even alkaline, like all the water, you know, flushing it all out, then like I said, it's like Miko was saying, it can't live in a certain type of state. You know what I mean?
Right, and I tell you this right here, you learned this in school. This is basic shit. You learned in school.
Yeah.
Acids and bases. If you want to get rid of an acid, you put a base down. What do they
Facts.
make free out of?
Facts.
Baking soda.
Baking soda. I got baking soda. Nah, he ain't lying. He ain't lying.
So even if you like have acid indigestion, sour stomach or something
Yeah,
like that,
you take
can
that,
take a
acid
spoon of
reflux.
baking soda and put it in warm water, and instantly it works.
Man.
You're gonna be burping or
Yeah.
coming out the other end, or
Yeah.
but it's just to have.
But it's worth it.
It's definitely.
Hey, but you're going to be living, though. That's all that matters. You be on the bathroom, be like, look, I'm healed, but I'm on the toilet. Nah, that's joking.
You're gonna be feeling real alive.
You gonna know it's working. Nah, but let's get mom. We bring mom back to life, though. Seriously, really, real talk. You don't have to settle for that stuff. People, we like to give up in our mind, or sometimes thinking that this is done. It's never over, y'all. It's always ways. Miracles are still alive. I don't know what y'all doing. Miracles are still here. All right, let's keep it going though. All right, Goddess, how you been? How's your break been? I know you was representing on that gala though. Shout out to the gala.
I was just about to talk about that.
Go ahead.
Yay. We actually made it to global, you guys. We
Let's
made it
go.
global. We
Let's
did
go.
all
Out here.
way.
Got him. She was out here in the streets. You know it means something too.
Yeah,
When I
yeah.
logged in the Bigo and I had her face was one of the number ones on the one out of the three people. Her face was on there. I was like, oh shit, let's click on this. What's going down?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Represent.
so it was an accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to hold down top 3 up until the end.
Yeah.
It was like the first I dropped to top 4 and then I dropped to 14, but I still made it to global.
Got
I
him.
still made it to
She's
global.
out here though. Shit, that's good. We gonna come take it next time.
But
Next
yeah,
time
no
we'll be
breaks.
ready.
It was no breaks.
Yeah.
It was no breaks.
She
for
was
me
on, like,
either, but it was good, exciting, and fun.
I love that. She was on like never before too. I was like, let's get it. I'm like late night goddess, morning goddess, afternoon goddess. I'm like, dang. She ever sneaking in the food?
I had morning shift and night shift. It was team no sleep.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, come on, y'all. Out here. Nah. Look, gala. It was a whole bunch of time. It was a time she even had the gala thought. She was on a gala thought mode. This just
Had me Galathon.
Nah, you gotta be able to do. You gotta be able to be in that space because if you like, nah, this is over my head type of vibe. You know, you got to be able to go get it. And Goddess she was going in. Definitely going in, and shout out to Goddess, man. Keep it going.
It was a humbling experience. I just want to say, a great job to everybody who is out there. I am competitive, but really competitive with myself.
Yeah.
It's no challenge that I have against anyone else, and I wish everyone the best in the competition.
Yeah.
And it was humbling because every day I didn't know the next day. I was in shock too.
Yeah. You were like, I'm still on top. We still on top.
We made it another day.
Live to fight another day. No, that's funny. That's cool though. That's what's up. But shout out to you, man. Definitely on that. We appreciate you, and we're gonna definitely support. Let's turn it up even more so we can bring that #1 spot in. Let's go. We out here. All right, Poetic, how you doing? What's up with you? What's bobbing, Miss Poetic?
I'm blessed and can't complain. I am making it every day, every step of the way.
God team, man. How was your break? How'd you take the little week off?
Well, I was supposed to go out of town, but we had some car trouble. So it was a mad dash for Thanksgiving. And I'm talking about, man, don't ever. I'm talking about wait to the day before to try to go.
No, don't you ever. You ain't never lied. I was like, you went the day before? Oh, Lord. I went 2 days before and it was crowded.
I had just about everything except cranberry sauce.
Oh.
I couldn't find cranberry sauce.
Lord.
Nowhere.
Look, this is
what's funny? They have it throughout the whole year.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And then
nobody think
about it.
Nobody ever buys it.
And then Thanksgiving is over.
And Christmas come and it's
now
it's Christmas. But I'm excited because I got for those of you, some of y'all know or aware that I have an associate's degree in culinary arts, and I had my own business, Honey Sweets and Eats, and I'm actually getting ready to start that back up while in Walmart waiting for a cart to charge up so I could go through. I got to talking with the door greeter and he wanted to do some business, and then I went to I went to a local beauty shop to get my hair retwisted, and we got to talking about business there, and they are interested in me bringing some food to them, so I'm about to start it back up.
Let's
this
go.
is the season for manifestation.
Got him.
And
bring it.
I don't know if there is any significance in it, but for the life of me, it's been screaming to me. So 12/22/22, I'm going to put together a special panel.
Two toes. Them toes in there. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Put it in there. Put it in there. Speaking into existence, you already know before this year is technically up, because you already know the real New Year is in March, but that's another topic in itself. But this New Year that's happening right now is energy in January. There's entities and energies that are in January for new beginnings. So yes, take advantage. Take advantage. They're assisting us for real. But yeah, I was gonna say, I know you know about cooking and stuff. Do you know about making the cranberries with actual cranberries? I was learning that with the actual cranberries itself and orange juice and the whole, I ain't put the whole recipe out there.
But a little bit of citrus and a little sugar is just to jelly it and then cool it, heat it up and cool it. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, see, man, we had some little scratch. We had to make it from scratch. It was crazy. I was like, it's all good because we ran into the same situation. We ran into the same exact situation. I was like, man, so we had to go ahead and throw them cranberries on there. You got to wait till they pop or wait till they bust, put them in the little thing, put a little seasoning on it, and it was popping. It was populating. So yeah, that's what's up though. But I'm glad you doing good business. Everything is popping. And yeah, man, let's keep it going. Okay, cool. And for myself, man, I'm like, oh y'all, I never stop. I can't remember a day off. My day offs come in spurts of hours. So that's how I feel. A day off is me having like 2 hours off or 3 hours off. And so I took it like that. But we got some things that's coming down the pipeline that is amazing. We started our first cartoon. I'm doing that. Shout out to that. Finishing up a documentary movie series, which is amazing. Shout out to that. finishing up the script. So with the team that we have here, we're finishing up that script. I literally got to the last page. I'm gonna be talking to you guys about that a little bit later. So that's also an accomplishment on that. And starting a tax company, like I said, on the side, boy, we got taxes, boy. We getting taxes populating, don't trip, making money in different revenues. So yeah, so it's a whole bunch of things that we got going on that's just keeping these things in and out, keeping us busy, but also putting us in a position. I believe in 5 streams of income. You got to have 5. You got more, but 5 streams of income coming from different type of directions, so you're not stuck in no situation, and we can be able to put our kids in a better position, our children's children in a better position. So yeah, man. So I've been just definitely grinding, working on the editing. You guys see the little editing for the show, working on the stuff that we do here, making music. Oh yeah, I got music. We doing beats. I'm back to selling beats again. Life is good. Life is good. But yeah, man, everything is definitely moving like it's supposed to. Like I said, taking advantage of the energy. You could ask Goddess and Juicy and stuff and Miko. December 1st, I woke up like it was January 1st, man. I'm telling you, I'm like, let's go. We got to be doing this. We got to do this. We got to do that. I believe that you got to start early, man. If you don't start running early, don't wait till January gets here. Start getting that momentum. Get your ass out the bed. If you're trying to work out, getting that body and stuff right, it's time to start now. Yes, it's cold.
Hey,
Got to
that's
push
like
through
you
it.
hit me up that morning. I was
Stop playing.
talk sometime. I'm available right now.
Like, let's go. No time better.
I was sitting in the car at Starbucks while we were having that meeting, actually.
I was like, let's
in the
go.
parking lot.
Y'all got to catch me when I get the blazing mode, boy. You better hold on, nigga. We out here. We out here in the streets. You got to hold on, because we got to ride this, man. And then later on, of course, we can start hibernating. But now it's kind of coming to the season where it's still kind of cold, but you come out of the hibernation into fire mode. And y'all remember how we was this year. Some of the people that's been rocking with us for some time, we had a year for that ass. We had a year. Ups, downs, in betweens, all of the above. But I'm looking forward. This is the year, man. I'm trying to bring that. I'm gonna say it on live, nigga. I'm trying to bring that million home like this year. Like for real, while you playing. Seriously, no play. Yeah, no play. Yeah, we gonna get the billion. I gotta get the million first, and I'm going to the Billy. I need the Billy too, so don't play. You can call me Billy. Anyways, so that's good.
My name now, Billy.
Billy, call me Billy.
Billy Eilish.
They call me Billy Blickman, boy. I have a belt on that say Billy Blickman. Don't just say nothing there. Don't you know no good. Y'all gonna know a billionaire for real. Y'all gonna know a goddamn billionaire. I'll tell you the truth. And I ain't no praying, hoping, and praying.
I like that.
Billy.
Billy,
Right,
Billy
not
boy.
Bill.
Billy boy.
Billy.
Say,
Billy.
I'm gonna look over there at you, Miko. I'm like Miko, do you know what the account? I would say, Miko, you know what the account say, boy? That boy, what the account say there, boy?
You're gonna have to get one of the big Western
Belt buckles.
Actually, I was gonna say, don't
The
say
belt
it.
buckle.
buckles.
As soon as he said it, like they have this
Billy
car
Boy.
commercial here in Texas, and he goes, "That's Billy Boys, y'all." And that's all I heard.
You ain't lying. I'm gonna look over there like, y'all know what that account say there, boy? I'm gonna be messing with the world. Y'all already
You
know.
gonna put your thumbs in your belt loop and hike your pants up.
Hey guys, I got a question.
Come in there like, hi, what you want?
We're doing a third item thing today. Are you West Indian?
Who are you talking to?
She talking to you.
No,
She talking to you, Goddess.
Me?
Yeah.
How do you not know that? Yes, I'm Trini. How do you not know?
It's like you don't
You need
know.
to come by
All
more
Trinis-
often,
all
Gunna. We
Trinis,
talk
but
about
all-
it every day.
Yeah,
All Trinis aren't West Indian though.
not all of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can see the
No,
features.
not by look. I just meant by you got to stop by more often because I'm
talking about
Trini.
it.
It's like a thing.
Yeah,
I
she
talk
So I
talking
know
about-
you're Trini. I got cousins and all that are Trini that are West Indian, and I got some cousins that
Yeah,
are Trini that are not West Indian.
yeah. Well,
That can't be possible if they're Trini and
Oh,
not
yeah.
West Indian.
they
They're-
just
they're
lived
the
out there.
same.
Oh, they just lived
Huh?
out there. That's I'm like, huh?
Oh no, they Trinidadian, but they're not West Indian. They consider themselves more black or African. But I also have
Oh,
cousins
yeah.
like you've seen the picture of Alicia. You know my cousin Alicia, the one with
Yeah.
the green eyes.
Yeah.
She's Trini, but she considers herself West Indian.
That's good. We're going to have to do a show on some heritage stuff. I heard that.
Yeah, so just for your know-how, it's the same thing. The West Indies is a place. It's a geographical place. It's what they call the West Indies. And there are multiple islands that fall into the West Indies. I think it's a personal thing when we identify with certain things. So some people will identify with Black, and that's how they will call themselves, where another person might say West Indian, but Trinidad is in the West Indies.
Got him. Right. Give us some notes. Y'all better give us some notes. Y'all better give us some notes. Teach us something today while you're teaching.
Because that was strange to me. That was strange because like Fat Boy and all them, you know, they like, nah, we Black, we ain't West Indian. But Alicia is like, nah, I'm West Indian. You know, these are my cousins. So we're like I'm Gullah Geechee. We all over the. We know. See,
they get the Indian part confused. It was.
We come from a We come from a fishing family. Like we travel and fishing. So it's like we all up in there. Everything from wherever, all the way down to Brazil, man. It's like we have relatives that own fishing boats down there and stuff.
Yeah, man. That's what I say. It's like we everywhere though. Not just if you want to be honest, we are everywhere, but we a little piece of everything.
Consider themselves something different.
Yeah,
that's crazy because everybody does consider themselves something different. Like I'm Gullah Geechee.
Yeah,
but Alicia, the crazy part about it is Alicia, she's my first cousin. But
it's in you too. It's not far. Yeah, it's right there. That's why I say it's a little bit of everything. And then all my family from Louisiana, so that's a whole little thing in itself. And they used to be like, you know, throwing around the word, the Creole and all this. It's deep. But then I did some research and I am connected, well, not West Indian. I'm connected with like Indian. My mom was like Tomahawk tribe. We did some research. It's Tomahawk type of stuff. So it's like when people be talking about going other places, I'm like, hey, actually, this is my land right here, which is why you playing. But yeah, it's deep though, man. But all right, y'all. So let's get ready to get in it. We are officially at an hour. See, just that talking right there took 30 minutes by itself. Ain't that deep? That's crazy. I think that 30 minutes is good.
We like talking to each other.
Yeah, I love it. We had to catch up. It's been a minute. We had to catch up. So we appreciate everybody. Make sure you're sharing the room constantly. Make sure you're going over to HMS Network on our YouTube and subscribe. If you can't do nothing else, you can push that damn button. Subscribe, please. And thank you kindly. All right, so we're getting ready to jump in. Let's get ready to jump into this third eye conversation. This is a conversation a lot of people always have. They talk about it lightly, especially on Bigo. You'll have some spiritual panels and stuff. People kind of go in, but nobody really goes all the way in. We kind of just say third eye, stay woke. We hear certain things like stay woke, things of that nature. But today, let's kind of bust it open a little bit. Let's kind of talk about it a little bit so we can kind of see what the third eye is. This could be a simple topic that maybe you already know what's good. You already know what's popping. But yeah, it's good to talk. I feel like everything that you do, and I said this in the last season, everything you do is supposed to spark you to do your own research. You can never get all the information within just a show. There's no way. But what we'll do is definitely put it on your mind. So you're going to be thinking about third eye. And if you're interested and have questions through the week, universe, source, God, whatever you say, is going to constantly be bringing things to your attention so you can be able to do more research on it. And so I'm a heavy, heavy believer in that. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and go in. We're going to start off. We have Poetic in the house. I'm going to have her read the actual definition of the third eye. And then let's see where it takes us from there. Let's go from there.
All right. So it says now, Hinduism, Buddhism, the locus of occult power and wisdom in the forehead of deity, especially the god Shiva, the eye of sight, of insight located in the forehead, which can be activated through the practice of yoga, or informal, which is another term for the pineal eye.
Good stuff. Appreciate you.
Pineal.
So yeah.
Pineal eye.
Yeah, everybody says it. I heard pineal, I heard pineal. I think it's in the eye. It's in the middle forehead.
Look, my roommate looked up like did you just say that?
I've heard everybody. I've even heard like scholars say it wrong. I'm like, is that? I don't know how to say it then, I guess. But yeah, so they're just kind of going on over the history of pretty much where it originated and when people first started talking about it and calling it pretty much the third eye. So in short, one of the things is it's another eye that is looking in another whole reality. Another eye that's looking in a whole nother realm, in a sense. You know how you have your regular two eyes, yes, that can see stuff right here. You close your eyes, you still have an eye open to where you'll be able to see certain things where it comes in the spiritual realm, where your imagination. There's a lot of things that are connected to that particular eye itself. Okay, so let's go in. When I was going to say, so that answers the question of what is the third eye, and then you kind of lightly answered the question, which kind of the history of it. But what?
I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
So is that thing? So when you sleep or you got your back turned and you feel somebody staring at you, is that because your third eye is watching?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Well, it's another, like you say, it's another eye that's looking in another whole reality. Look at it like that way. For instance, like when you close your eyes, how are you able to visualize anything? Like it's supposed to be black, right? When you close your eyes, it's supposed to be just black. But then you go, it could be black for a second, and then for a second, then you'll start seeing certain things. You'll start seeing visions of stuff and all that. So that's the eye that's actually looking at those particular visions when your physical eyes are actually closed, or if it's open. So yeah, it's a lot deeper than an eye. They call it an eye because I guess that's the easiest way to put it. You know what I mean? When it comes to saying, because it's looking, but it's a sensor. It's awareness. That's why when they say stay woke, you know what I mean? It's consciousness, quote unquote, in that sense. Not talking about just your subconscious, which is in the back of your head, but it's actually the consciousness that keeps you connected or in tune with the spiritual world. So that's a lack of better words. But yeah, it's definitely something that everyone has access to, but everyone does not use it. It's the truth. You'll notice certain things at a time, and you don't have to be conscious of knowing where it's at. But you have to be conscious in that awareness. With me, I've actually done some spiritual exercises, not going too far in, but I've done some spiritual exercises, like she was saying, with meditation and getting into a certain state to where it allowed my third eye to open even wider, to be more conscious, to be more aware of what was going on. It's also the thing too, if you notice when they talk about the Matrix and this being a program and all this, the whole nine, when we go into that, it's the reason why they're able to say that. Because with the regular eyes can only see so much, you know, the physical matter, you know, it only can see matter, and what it is. But when you actually close your eyes, you can go anywhere. You know what I mean? You can be in a cell, a prison cell, trapped in a little corner right there, closing your eyes and going into that meditative state, and you could be traveling around the world. And I think it also connects too, and we can kind of go into that, to the dream world as well, because that whole entire time your eyes are closed and you're just surfing through. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's connected to your dreams as well. When you're seeing certain things or certain visions are actually coming to you, it's coming through that third eye passage. Okay, let's go into it. So Coco, are you familiar? We ain't really talked about it. I know this is one of them topics. Are you familiar and stuff with the third eye at all? You have a little bit of knowledge on the third eye?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay, so have you ever done like any meditative things? Or I know you've dreamed. We definitely had a whole episode about dreaming. But what about meditating? Have you ever meditated? This ain't no trial. I'm just asking you some questions.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then you definitely
Most
are.
Definitely.
Yeah, then you definitely are when it comes in tune with it. I would say this, not going like say super deep into it, because I told you we just gonna do the light surface of it. But if you've ever came into that space of, let's say, just praying, for instance, not just the prayer of requesting something. So like you praying, oh, Jesus can give me, or Lord can you do this, or Allah can you, whatever. No. I'm talking about in the state of when you're being conscious and aware that you're living, conscious and aware that you're existing. You know, that's an actual one of the activative ways to actually open up the third eye, in that sense, to be aware. It's the eye that is watching when you're not watching. That's saying like a t-shirt too. It's the eye that's watching when you're not actually seeing certain things. So not to go too much, like I said, not to go too much in it, real quick before we even go all the way in. Let's just do this, because I'm not gonna assume that everybody just knows what's up on it. So let's do this. When it was talking about the West Indies, y'all got me thinking about West Indies. Shiva, goddess, you definitely are super familiar with when it comes to the Shiva. A lot of their entities and energies But did you notice? I know you probably have noticed that they have either a lot of arms. You've noticed that a lot of arms, which means has multiple spiritual reasons, and they have a lot of eyes as well, which is making me feel about angels. Dang, this is a whole nother topic. But angels having that awareness, those eyes that are everywhere in a certain type of thing. Those is also symbolizations for being conscious, for having awareness in the eyes. But can you tell us a little bit more about, just lightly touch on Shiva? Because I know that when she mentioned Shiva in there.
Yeah. So I want to talk about Shiva and Kali for a second. Kali. And only reason with Kali is because there's an explanation for the multiple arms as well. So our deities are constellations. Some of them are planets, but some of them are constellations. And there's the idea here that there are multiple stars working together, or they're part of this kind of cosmic collision, and they're moving together and they hold an energy. Okay, so the same thing that they do with Western philosophy with the zodiacs, you know, where they it's almost like a, if you ever see it, it's almost like a connect the dots, right? Like when you see the Cancer sign, it's like connecting the dots of you know, these stars or these planets, these constellations. And so it's the same idea here, but they're just different characters at play, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So the storyline behind Kali, for instance, you may notice that Kali has multiple arms. Now, there was a demon that broke loose among the people, and the deities could not kill him. And they found that there was something particular about this demon, that every time they cut him or, you know, tried to take his life, every drop of blood that was shed, another one would pop up. And so they ended up with all of these little this like army of demons. And so she was created as a demon slayer, so to say. And if you notice that she has all of these arms, each one of the deities that created her gave her a gift. And so in each one of her hands, she's holding a gift of her creator. And so she was like combined all of their powers to slay this demon. So that's her story. But anyway, so again, this is actually astrology. The deities are astrology. You know, these stories are stories of the stars and the planets. And it's a huge thing at play when we talk about them. Shiva, now, interestingly enough, Shiva is the dark moon. Shiva is the black of the universe. So Shiva is not the stars, but everything outside of the stars, the darkness. So when we work with Shiva usually at the first onset of spring, not on a moon, but on a new moon. And what you do there, and that is a third eye level up. And basically you don't sleep through the night. It's 24 hours in fasting and prayer, you know, and meditation. But yeah, that's just a little explanation.
Thank you. Thank you guys. All right. Thank you guys. I'm like talking to Shiva and them too. No, I'm just playing. But I appreciate it.
We're all here.
But yeah, that's good. So it gives us just a little bit of idea. Like I said, we're not gonna go 1,000% in, but it's kind of good to know, because a lot of people might be saying this and they're not even really fully conscious of what they're actually saying. But like you say, being into that state of not just the imagination, but not being afraid of the actual darkness where the information actually comes from, being in the dark. And it's crazy that she was saying that too as well, because when you're in that dark state, like I said, when you're closing your eyes, immediately is pitch black, right? And then within that pitch blackness, you start seeing visions. Like I used to question myself as being a kid. I used to be like, how is that happening? How am I having my eyes closed? And you guys can do it now. If you messing around, you close your eyes and you say, imagine that you're at the beach. You know what I mean? Right? You say, imagine that the shores and the water is hitting the horizon, or you're seeing the water floating off the horizon. Then you say mountains and stuff. So immediately, it's like a canvas inside of your brain that starts painting an actual picture itself. That is your third eye actually drawing. The thing that is actually drawing and bringing that vision forward for you to actually to be able to see it. You're activating your third eye. Go ahead, Coco. I hear you.
Lately, I've been, doing that, just closing my eyes and relaxing and whatnot. I've been getting mad imagery, just flashes, and I'm just sit here and watch the show.
Yeah.
Just images on images.
Yeah, that's it.
But
can I explain that too? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I want to say also too, when we were explaining Shiva in the darkness, it brought me back to the dreams, the reoccurring dreams I used to have as a child, being in darkness and swinging, feeling like something, an entity is around me, but I'm in complete darkness. I can see, but there's no light.
That's why I say, how are you even able to say that though? You can see, but there's no light. Like I say, you're in the darkness, but you're able to see. That's letting you know, like I said, it's deeper. We're deeper and we're more connected than we know. Now, terminology is cool. It's amazing. But you don't have to have terminology to know what you just said. You know what I mean? You are connected. Your third eye is obviously open because you're able to see. So everybody doesn't have the visions. Go ahead, Goddess. What were you going to say?
So I also wanted to explain the third eye specifically. It's like when we talk about woke, I feel like we have certain terminologies that have just become mainstream now.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's an actual thing, like when we say that the third eye is open or that we're now awake, we have a higher level of consciousness and we are more aware. There is a heightened level of awareness, and we can even talk about brain waves at this point, the alpha brain, and the alertness, right? Where we are conscious of more things, and not only in our physical world, right? But we become more conscious of other things outside of our world, like other realms, the dream state, things like that. So the third eye can actually have us to be woke in other senses as well.
Yeah. Excellently put. And that's why I'm saying, so a lot of people, we have to get over the taboo of feeling that when people are talking about, like you say, you have one side that's saying stay woke and don't even know what that really means. Then you have the other ones that's like, man, that stuff is all heebie-jeebie. I don't know what that is. That's too much. Like I said, you can be more aware than you understand. And so this is what the thing is. You got to watch certain things you do, from like how, even like Miko was saying earlier, talking about the foods. There's certain things that they call where you can actually calcify, or actually there's like a coating that can be over your actual area of your brain where the third eye resides, or the area that they're saying, like we're saying, this is like right above your forehead.
Fluoride is the biggest calcifier.
Yes.
Yeah, it's in our tap water. It's in our toothpaste.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
exactly. So these things.
And the worst part about it in the toothpaste is that it gets all up into the glands. Like if you notice, there's like a hole here. There's a passageway. Yeah. And so it gets all up in there. That's why I believe they put it in the toothpaste, right? Because it's a big part of that.
Yeah, and that's crazy. I've had to look for different toothpaste that doesn't have the actual fluoride. I really do, to make sure that you don't get into that position of taking too much certain things and it starts to clog it up. Now, I believe also that we're eternal to a degree as well. So there are ways around certain things. Like you can, I don't take me for granted on this, but I'm just saying, how you can be able to have certain poisons and be able to help your body, mentally, because I told you it's all mind. So you're able to clean yourself through visions, through meditations, through hums. There's a lot of different vibrations you can set your frequency on, and it'll allow certain things not to harm you. But we have to be conscious of the things, like I said, that you're placing inside of you. Not to be scared. Now, don't get it twisted. Don't be afraid, but being conscious of it, because when it comes into your temple is on one accord, man. It's going, taking orders, like, let me know what's good. What we doing? Okay, we not gonna be woke, quote unquote. We not gonna be woke. We gonna be just mundane, just be in this space right here. Okay, that's cool. But you have to be conscious of the things that you're putting inside of you, because other people are conscious of what's actually coming inside of you, because they have an idea. And I say, when I say they, just the people that know what these things actually do, and they still create the things, they have they know that people being conscious and being aware immediately puts you in a state of questioning. And they don't like people to ask questions. That's just really what it is. You start asking questions like, why is this particular thing in here? You don't have to have fluoride in here. And sometimes they'll say preserving it. It's certain other reasons why they have other things. They say it for that reason. But if this is hurting my presence or my body itself from receiving the signal like you want to be able to receive from God or from a universe, whatever, receiving from everything, then it's messing with it. Have you ever seen something, and it's a quick little thing. Have you ever seen like an antenna? If you put like, what was it? We used to put a hanger, like I say, back in the day, Miko probably know about this. When you put the antenna, it wasn't long enough. What would you do? You would put an actual hanger, roll that thing on there, poke it in there. And then you do that. Now it's receiving a stronger signal. So look at your third eye as something similar to that. You want to be able to receive a certain signal or receive a certain transmitter in that sense. And so you want to keep that as clear as possible. But it starts with your brain first. It starts with your actions first and the things that you're saying. Because if you don't remember, your words are vibrations, man. I'm telling you, every word that you're hearing me say is vibrating onto your eardrums, and then registering inside of your brain. Go ahead, Miko. You had your hand up?
Yeah, I've been listening. I just wanted to add some things to that third eye thing and meditating as well.
No problem.
You just said something about the words that we use, and I don't know if people really understand how significant that is. Like when you're meditating, you want to keep contractions out of your thoughts. Like if like, okay, so say you want to lose weight, right? You don't want to say something like, I will not eat as much today, or I will not gain weight. You want to say the opposite. I will. You want to will everything. I will eat less.
Because it's moving.
You see, I am eating less. You see, take the contractions out, because it doesn't matter if you don't or do. Whatever you put the emphasis on, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's the truth.
You see,
that's the truth.
This is why I used to tell people about how the Bible is. I say it's very, very tricky, because like we have the 10 Commandments that say thou shalt not kill and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I say, but just by default, they created more killing, because it was thou shalt not kill instead of thou shalt allow to live.
Facts. That's actually really good point. Yeah, you're right. And because in that space, in that arena, like what Mika was saying, in that arena, you got to think, you have only one mouth for a reason, right? We got thoughts. Thoughts go everywhere, really. But your mouth is only one. You got two eyes. You got two nostrils, two ears, two arms, one mouth. So out of the same mouth, and this is actually funny because when you already know I haven't studied the scriptures, but it talks about how like having water flowing from the same mouth, or how you have what is this, like salt water and fresh water and stuff, are certain things flowing out of the same exact mouth. So being conscious of what's coming out of this, it's one thing to think it, another thing to actually say it. Thinking, it's a war in itself. Trust me, if you're a person thinks, then the actions of that person is going to be right. But once you physically are speaking it over yourself, once you physically are saying it out of your mouth, you got to know that there is a signal that is being transmitted outside of you that is going to that thing that you're speaking of. And the universe it understands a lot. It's very advanced, but it's only hearing, like he was saying, the not kill. You know what I mean? So not preventing and then killing. Boom, simple. But why use the same one mouth that you have, to put something that, that can be spoken outwardly? I'm trying to see, I'm getting messages in a sense of like while I'm talking to you guys, because when you're actually a rod, I don't even want to go too deep, a wand, you know what I mean, casting something or praying over something, right? Why spend my energy on fighting the lowerness of that instead of going directly to the spout of what is? So when you go say, hey, like you said, instead of saying I'm not feeling good, okay, You're not feeling good. You just spoke not feeling good on your life. It ain't hearing nothing else but not feeling good. Your body is like receiving the signal. Instead, speak what is or what you want to be in alignment with, saying, I'm overcoming. That's different. I'm overcoming a sickness. I'm overcoming not feeling well. I'm in a position of healing. It's still saying the same thing. We just like sometimes fall in love with the negative aspect of things or speaking, putting a boulder in front of us when we don't have to. So what I'm trying to say in a sense is in a consciousness, real quick, in a consciousness awareness state, meditating, using your third eye, the consciousness of that is being aware of those words that you're saying, aware of that thought that you're thinking. Even if it's a negative thought or all that, it's being conscious of it and not letting it just fly by. You're just saying stuff, don't even care. Oh, you stupid. Oh, this. You're not even thinking in your brain of what's happening. You're just going along with it. But being consciousness of that is your third eye being activated in that sense, to being aware of even the words that are coming out, even the vibrations that are coming out, even to the point where it can help yourself. So you're speaking outward, but it's still affecting and helping you inward. Go ahead, Gullah. My bad. I knew you were about to say something.
I forgot what I was saying.
My bad. Sorry about that, brother. I was feeling that though, but I was saying, so the whole point of what we're trying to say, you guys, and we're not trying that's why I'm catching myself. The whole point of what we are saying is you have to be conscious. You got to be aware of what you are doing. Like Goddess was saying, you have to be sensitive in the sense of knowing that you're stronger than what you think. And that the storm that you're going through, the situation that you're going through right now, can be just a conglomerate of words that you've spoken of your life through a certain course. I've heard women say this before, and I've said it before in my past. Man, I'm always attracting these kind of people. Dang, nobody ever treats me right. I don't have no friends. Why waste your time on that particular energy? In that moments, I wasn't conscious. In those moments, you're not being conscious. Instead, use your router, which is your tongue, in that sense to be able to speak what is. And that will, once you start speaking a certain thing, speaking that, then the play of what comes inside of your mind will start to change as well. So when you have those visions and stuff like that, you'll be able to clean it up. Go ahead, Gullah, before I go.
Yeah, I remember what I was supposed to say.
Okay, good.
You were saying something about how people are receivers, how we receive.
Yeah.
And people have to understand that you're all spires on this planet.
There it is.
A spire is what is at the top of a cathedral.
Yes.
Right? This is what accepts electricity. And I understand a cathedral is a cathode. Yeah. It's a cathode, which is an electrical component that receives electricity and signals out of the air.
That's
and
good.
Everyone is a spire. You're going to receive this stuff out of the air, but the thing is, you got to pay attention to what you're looking at.
Yes.
Also, a lot of people overlook the solar plexus.
Yes.
That ganglionic set of nerves right there in your stomach.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The third eye going to allow you to see, but that ganglionic set of nerves behind your stomach, that's your perception. That's going to tell you how you feel about that thing that you see.
Yes, exactly. Good point. Yeah, so we're not trying to, like I said, we're not trying to go at home and go all the way in. Like I said, we just lightly touching it. But the hope to make it just very super simple, super plain, very, very easy. You are what you say you are. You are what you think you are. And if your brain is not in alignment with what you feel that you are, then that's why I said that's when meditation comes in handy. Like what Coco was saying, when you sit down, be still, don't make it all spiritual, sit down and be still and see what yourself says to you. When you sit down and be still, I guarantee you, if you got bills or somebody's cheating on you or your relationship, I guarantee you that those thoughts are going to randomly start popping up in your brain, right? So what you do with these thoughts, your third eye is making you aware of these things. So you can either pluck them out of you, so you can pull it, not believe it, you know what I mean? Or look at it from a different angle, another perspective, or it's going to allow you to be able to see what you've been manifesting or what you've been soaking in. And so quick little meditation. So whenever you're sitting there, like what Coco was saying earlier, you're sitting there, you have your eyes closed. You don't have to say anything, just be, right? In the state of just being, pay attention to what it's going to pitch you. It's not being your enemy in the time. It's just going to let you know what program you're on and what stuff is going actually on inside of your mind. Allow your third eye to be able to show you these things. Once it shows you these things, then immediately you can do in that moment. Remember, I was saying this in your imagination, you can actually cure yourself from that situation. So if you're seeing someone that is physically right now treating you bad, physically right now you're unagreeing with that person, with your third eye, you can manifest a solution for that situation. You can be able to see that situation. You see this person, and we always fussing, we always arguing, we always this, we always that. With my third eye, I see a solution. Okay, what if I came at this person in this type of perspective? What if I said this particular thing? You can actually change it, have a whole entire play. I know we're not crazy, y'all. Have a whole entire play inside of your mind of what happens. And then when you come out of that state into real life, it's activated. You just activated something. Now you use the rod, what is in your mouth, the caster, that's what I say. Your tongue is a caster. And now you speak it saying that thought is going to come back again. Trust me. Like, oh, I can't stand every time this person comes around. Now with your tongue, you're going to say, I'm speaking into this reality. It's where I do. This is certain things that I do. I'm speaking into this reality that our relationship will be better. Or I'm speaking into this reality that they will no longer get on my nerves. I'm speaking into my manifestation that people love me. People are around me. People are here to help me. You have to counter it in a sense. Like I said, it's a process. It's a whole thing. We just telling you the whole process of a manifestation, and not just allowing it to just live in your brain and then just respond or just react to it. Okay. We're going to go to a quick little commercial break real quick. And then when we come back, we're going to dive into the T of the stars. We're going to go into the would you rathers. We're going to do a couple of things. I feel like we've been hitting this home for a second, but I'm praying. I know that. Let me see. I know that you guys are being able to receive this. It's very simple how we're putting it, but you have to break it down to simplicity to even a child can understand this. It's really that easy. Pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to your words and watch what your actions do. I'm telling you, you could speak something completely opposite of what you think. And if you feel that is not true, try it. What you got to lose? Try it. Try it. Something comes in your mind. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Sometimes you're seeing something that's like, it's telling you, oh yeah, you fat, you this and all that. Don't believe it, because why? The true state of what you saying that you really want to be is a person that is healthy, a person that is ripped up, or whatever you want to say. So that is the actual reality itself. You just have a journey of being able to get to it. It's a journey. It is. So it's trying to make you stay in the space that you are now, which is being overweight. But if you can visualize it, third eye, that's the stuff. You can visualize where you want to be and what it is. And now you're speaking also, and then putting the actions. You see how it's three different things. Now putting the actions forward, then you can bring that reality to you. Go ahead, Poetic, before you go.
Yeah, I was going to say that is a lot now learning that it was a lot of what got me to walking. A lot of people asked me when I got hurt, oh, what doctors did you go to? And I didn't. I never, once they released me from the hospital and they told me I was never going to walk again for the first couple of months, in my mind, it was, oh, I'm never going to walk again.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm never going to walk again.
Yeah.
And the moment I stopped going, oh, nah, fuck that, I'm going to walk, it started to come back. And I use this analogy a lot when I tell my story or tell people. It's like I had that Kill Bill moment. I was literally just looking at my feet. I'm like, wiggle your big toe.
Facts.
Wiggle your big toe. And it like, it's fun. It sounds like ridiculous, but
that's for real.
I said it enough and concentrated enough on it, and it wiggled.
Yeah.
And from there, it just
It don't sound ridiculous to me.
It don't. We can see the proof
of it. It don't sound
it.
ridiculous to me. That just sound like some shit that works. I know that shit works.
I love that, you guys. And that's why I was saying, you've been given all the tools. That's why I tell people, you've been given all the tools already. You don't have to be looking into the sky. You don't have to do none of this. All these ancestors and entities and gods and all that stuff are there to assist you, but you have the power. You are already it. We're craftily made. We're made like amazingly. If you can only understand what your body can do, really, trillions of cells, you split one atom by itself, it's a nuclear explosion. Like one atom, just one, and you have trillions. So we got to just know the fire and the power and the electricity that we have inside of us to where you can be able to come in, gather yourself together, gather your thoughts. If her third eye was not open to be able to visualize and see herself walking, then she would be stuck in the bed and then her body would obey. It would be like, yeah, you're right. We're not going to be able to walk again. All right. Well, I guess we're not. But when you put that in your mind and able to see it from that point with not just your regular eyes can't see. In her regular eyes, she can't see herself walking. So you can't always trust just these regular eyes. They're just observers in that sense. The third eye is looking forward and looking at what is. And you have the rod to be able to create it. Somebody had their hand up real quick? Or did somebody? Or am I tripping? Okay, go ahead, Coco.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Now, I've shared this with Poetic briefly. I think I told you about when I had an accident and I had, my spine all messed up and they was about to put me in surgery. Yeah. That same thing, I kept saying, I will not be cut. I did not want that so bad. I just kept saying that over and over and over again. Like, I do not want to go to surgery. And by the 5th MRI, they said, whatever you've been doing, keep doing it. Yeah. Because we don't see the herniated disc anymore. And they said that was the biggest one they had ever seen at a 1.5 centimeter slip. So
wow. That's good. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like, man.
I'm saying I had 5 damn MRIs. Went through pain for 2 years. Yeah. And once I really figured out what it was, I really focused on that area mentally and physically, like doing certain stretches and stuff with no knowledge of what stretches I should actually be doing. And boom.
Because that's what's crazy, because what she's saying, you already are connected. 1 second, Miko. 1 second, brother. So what she was already saying, that's why I'm saying you don't have to have the book of what is the third eye. You don't really have to, but you have to be conscious of that. You work this tool. It's a formula. You put this plus this plus this, boom, you get this. That's just how it works. So that's why with her being in that space, her higher self, which is what we say, the higher version of herself, which knows everything, connected to the creator, all that stuff, knew what to do in that particular moment in order to be 1,000% repaired. And so you speak to your cells, you speak to your body itself, you visualize it. You have to see it first. If you can't see it, it ain't gonna happen. So you see it first, and then everything goes after that. Like I said, the word, she said, I'm not gonna be cut. That's physically saying that out of her thing. And then the physical manifestation of that is her not having to be cut. Her cells got into alignment. Go ahead, Gullah. You was saying something?
That's powerful. That's powerful, sis.
Really good. My bad, Gullah.
Hold on. Well, I'll be reading too. I'll be talking. I'll be reading at the same time.
Okay. Now you good. Sorry about that.
No, okay. So no, what I was wanting to say is, also remember, above all, your third eye is your engineering tool. This is how you build. This is what you use to engineer things in your life. Whenever an engineer wanted to create a device where it used gears and stuff, he had to close his eyes first and visualize how this machine worked, and then you'd have to basically go backwards and understand how all of the pieces work. Your third eye is your engineering tool. Whenever I'm sitting down, I'm thinking about writing a story. What I do is I sit there and I close my eyes and I visualize that person, how they act, how they walk, their demeanor and stuff like that. And then and once I
hey, what's up?
Once I do that right there, I'm able to create scenarios for them. Yeah.
No, I got you. Go ahead, keep going.
Once I do that, I'm able to create scenarios for the character, the clothing for the character, or whatever. But once I close my eyes and I use my third eye, I use it as an engineering tool. I'm able to build the character right there, or actually anything like the music that I'm trying to feel or trying to create or whatever.
It's used more than what we think, and I appreciate you for that, because that is true. That's an excellent way to put it. From that, your architect. If a person says, "Hey, I want a building that's a skyscraper. It's huge. It's 100 feet tall. And I see a waterfall going over it." They're in that third eye space right there. They're in that space of that. Their vision is being able to see what it is, and they're not letting anything prevent it from coming out. You know what I mean? And like you say, you build it first there, and then you come back into the reality to say, okay, now what are we going to need? We're going to need the physical tools. We're going to need this metal. We're going to need this. We're going to need this and that. So that's what I'm saying. So that's exactly like what he was saying. It's art. You do the same thing with your life. I want to have $1 million. Like we talking about $1 billion, right? I want my kids to be healthy. I want my relationship to be amazing. You have to be able to see it and visualize that first, hold on to that, and then bring it back into the reality. All right, it's 11:11. It's a good time to go to a quick commercial. Let's pay some bills to ourselves real fast, and then we'll come in and we'll have a few more things to be able to share with you guys. Welcome to the Top of the Morning Show, man. Season 2. We back. Okay, we are back, you guys. Welcome back to the Top of the Morning Show. Excellent show. We had to start the show off right, so what else better than the topic of the third eye? So this is going to be a challenge before we get ready to get to the phone. Give us free. Give us free. Everybody do it. Give us free. Give us free. So this is a challenge for every single person under the sound of my voice that is watching as part of this show. Stretch yourself. Stretch yourself out in a sense of mentally. Don't allow yourself to be constricted by thoughts, because your third eye can work for you or the third eye can work against you, meaning the lack of using the third eye. So stretch yourself. If there's something that you visualize, start getting like simple, like a visual board. A vision board is something easy because it's activating certain things that you're seeing inside the third eye. You're putting it on the paper, you're meditating and putting yourself in a state to receive those particular things. So stretch yourself. Don't allow your mind to be able to work against you. So get some time to yourself if you can. It don't matter if you got like 2 minutes. Anybody got 3 minutes, 5 minutes in your life. Go somewhere, go in the bathroom, go in your room in the corner somewhere. Close your eyes and visualize. Allow yourself to talk to you, because yourself will definitely will. It'll let you know what you're going through currently. And then you also can set up a solution. Like I was saying earlier, you see what has bad has happened and all the stuff that's happening. Now do a solution inside of your brain. This also can heal you from traumas. Really, really. And this is real quick code and then we'll go. Traumas. When you go through traumas, use your third eye as the constructor to I keep hearing like unconstrict yourself from that trauma. So go back to yourself like butterfly effect. When you would actually go back to that trauma, I know it's gonna be kind of hard to go back to when that trauma happened to you, and imagine yourself dealing with it differently, forgiving yourself, forgiving that person, doing something different than the outcome that physically happened. This will unconstrict you. Yeah, not to go too deep, but it really, you can go into that particular space. The person was abusive. The person was this, wasn't that, or whatever. Go into that space and say, nah, you're not going to hit me. Nah, you're not going to disrespect me like this. No, it's not this. You change that outcome in your mind visually. And then when you come back to your body, because you've been sitting there closing your eyes, just being in a state of quiet, when you come back into that particular place, your cells they went on the journey with you. Your body went on the journey with you. And even though that trauma could still be there and still certain things in there, it'd be a lot easier to forgive. It'd be a lot easier to let go. It'd be a lot easier to understand that you are a different person now. And then those different traumas and situations have helped you to become to this particular state. That's as simple as I can make it. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. Okay, cool. So let's keep it going. Whew. All right. So we got, Goddess. Let's get ready to get Goddess in the building. We got a good little time still left.
Dang, I feel like I was like,
guess
come
we
here,
already
coach,
see
come
this
here,
will be a
coach.
part two.
I know them 2 hours. I'll be an hour and a half. We got like 15, 16 minutes, but we still good.
I
We still
know,
good.
now-
We good
Yeah,
though.
I was like,
You're not
I
being
know
rushed.
he's gonna do this.
It's
He's
happening.
gonna be like, oh, we got an extra half an hour, but I'm still gonna only give her the littlest amount of time
You
that
still
I
got
possibly
10. You got 10 minutes. We good. We got 10 minutes to be able to go in and do what you got to do. For some reason, it was seeming like it was getting hard to get out the block. It like had gum on my feet or something. And then we finally got out, and then you see what happened. But I just wanted to make sure that we emphasized to the people, because people are saying about third eye, they talking about stay woke, but you really got to be woke. Be conscious of everything, from the music you're listening to, the food that you're eating. What are you saying out of your mouth? Are you constricting yourself by the words that you're saying? We got to be more conscious, got to be more woke. But I give you Goddess, Teeth in the Stars.
She look like a warrior
hello,
goddess
everyone.
with these braids on
I'm
the
I
side.
love
Goddess
it.
Trends.
She's someone you look like a warrior
Okay.
goddess with that. She's a water warrior goddess. Got him.
Got him.
All right, guys.
This is my segment, Tea with the Stars. Thank you everyone for coming. Top of the morning to you. I'm actually so excited. I've been holding on to the edge of my seat the whole time, because this conversation is so in alignment with what is going on in the stars right now. It's no coincidence that we are all having deep dreaming, that we are all thinking about the third eye. And those of us who are not leveling up, we are heavily triggered at this time, because I just want to say this: the universe is always urging us towards our best selves. And a lot of times we don't realize, like, some people will be like, oh, I'm such bad luck, things just never work out for me, so on and so forth. But another reason for that, not only are we self-sabotaging in our words, you guys, but another reason is that the universe wants to urge you towards your best self. And when things are not in alignment, they will fall apart faster. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe you needed that trigger to get you to the next point. Maybe you needed something to be shaken up, to have fallen apart in order for you to get your level up, right? Like, even in the church, we used to talk about this. Sometimes it takes you literally physically falling to your knees to come to a place of prayer and worship. And so I just wanted to say that really quickly. Okay, so let's get into the actual stars. Like, what are we in alignment with? Neptune actually went direct. Neptune was in retrograde. Now, Neptune is the planet of dreaming, of higher consciousness, this idea of the third eye awareness that you were alluding to the whole time. I feel like even Gullah Gullah says some amazing things that I even wanted to point at, which is creative visualization, meditation. These two tools right there, I want to say, are the most important when activating that third eye chakra. Because, okay, we could literally in a dream or in meditation completely realign ourselves, like with the snap of a finger. Okay, let's talk about meditation. Like, let's say you are feeling down on your luck, all you have to do is literally remember a time that you felt lucky. That meditation aspect is. And now you can also use the same science. So the body does not understand the difference of something that is happening. So this is why a lot of people are stuck cycles when they're constantly reliving the pain without actually healing, forgiving, moving on. The body doesn't understand it, so it's still releasing those same hormones. It's still activating those same memories. And then what happens, unfortunately, is that it's reproducing other events futuristically. Now, the same thing, the same science for past memory, we can use that same science in creative visualization for opposite. So let's say we want to align with better experiences. You're going to remember, you're going to align yourself with the memory of success, the memory of abundance. I'm sure there was something that you loved or have gratitude for, in your life, right? So you realign yourself, you center yourself in that feeling of gratitude, in that feeling of success, and then you attach it to a futuristic memory, which means that you recreate something that you are trying to create in your world. This is what creative visualization is. When we think, okay, this is the goal, I'm going to visualize myself already having this thing, already succeeding at it. And then here's the science to it. I'm going to align that energy that I already know. I already felt it. I already know what that feels like, and I'm going to align it. And while I'm thinking of this vision of me, whatever it is I'm trying to achieve, I'm also feeling the feelings. This is what it is to actually have it, and then to be grateful for it in the now, in the moment. So I wanted to say that. Also, to go back to the read, this is again over the weekend, Neptune went direct. And so some people, if you were lower vibing, you were feeling foggy, confused, unsure. And then last month we had the 1111 portal, which really skyrocketed us forward in terms of higher consciousness, in terms of our divine purpose. And those of us who have not actually been in our element and in our working in or towards our divine purpose, you could have found yourself depressed. You could have found yourself feeling, on the shadow aspect of this energy, like, oh, woe is me, why am I not there yet? Okay. And for others who is doing the work, doing that shadow work, the meditating, the creative visualization, where instead of sitting in the sorrow of what is not, okay, we're moving towards bettering ourselves. Okay, so I wanted to say that as well. Also, we have the Gemini full moon coming up. This is duality, you guys, okay? This is understanding that my existence and your existence are happening at the same time. Sometimes we get into conflict with others and then we become challenging to each other without actually having empathy and compassion. And this is where these two things come together. So let me give you an example. So with Neptune going direct, we could be more creative, more in action now, because we're not all dreamy. We're not all like, oh my, woe is me, what's going wrong? Now Neptune is direct. We can be more action oriented. The things that we wanted, we could be, let's go get it energy. And I think you have really been feeling that as well, Blick. But also things go direct. You start connecting your intuition, the spirit world, with the actual reality, with the actual real world. Okay. And that is Neptune. But in addition to Gemini, right, here is where this other aspect comes into play, where there's a duality. We start being more compassionate, more loving, we start to see other people's existence like, hey, this is an existence outside of mine, and maybe they were conflicting, but it doesn't mean you're right and I'm wrong. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that. What it means is maybe we need to understand each other better. Maybe I need more compassion for your truth and you need more compassion for mine. We need to be able to see each other here. Okay, so then there was that. And then, am I wrong? Did I have 10 minutes, you guys? I do have 10 minutes still, right?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. So Mars can be triggering, you guys. And so also Mercury, communication, all of these things are happening at the same time during this Gemini full moon. So just be aware that if you are having conflict in your relationships, I'm sorry, you guys, I need to plug my computer in. But if you are having conflict in your relationships, now might be a good time for tomorrow. Maybe tell that loved one, that friend, that business partner that you guys are triggering each other. Hey, I need today. I'm alone today because December 7th may the opportunity to, if you haven't found compromise yet, or the opposite can happen if you have found compromise. This could be urging you guys towards more for harmonized experience. So that was our weekly energy. Also, you guys know that I want to hang with our actual stars. So an update, the last time I talked a lot about Shanquilla. So just an update in that trial. A lot of things have been changed. At first they were not even calling it a homicide, and then they changed it to femicide. Now it is a homicide, and they have put out a warrant for that person's arrest. So this is very much the energy of justice, things coming to fruition, seeing the other side of things. This is the end. And again, this is another theme, as this is the end of the year. This is also the end of that. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to say, an update on Kanye, because I hadn't discussed him the last time, and y'all know I love to update you guys on Kanye. What is the name of that brand? There is a designer brand right now. I had it in.
You're not talking about Balenciaga, are you?
Balenciaga. Thank you, Gullah. Yes. I should have wrote it down, but this was part of my conversation today as well, where things that, a lot of people were gunning for Kanye. You got it.
You good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, no, you were good. I'm looking at the time. It was just a timer.
Okay.
We good.
It's distracting.
My bad. Go ahead.
Every 2 seconds. Okay.
All right, good.
So with Kanye, he used this as an example of what's going on with Balenciaga, that they had a advertisement with some children teddy bears, but they were in like S&M outfits and stuff like that. Come to find out that they had paperwork on the table of a case, so it's really mucky waters here. And he brought this back to life. Kanye was discussing it like, look at this, like, look at what's happening, but yet you guys pretty much gunned me down. And so here's an example of duality, you guys, where we might think that Kanye's off the top. We may think that he needs mental health, he needs some help, and maybe he just puts things out there in a way that we can't understand. But even though we might agree to that, at the same time, some of what he's saying is right, and he is shedding light to things, okay? And this is also the crash and burn. It's a lot of rebellious energy. And so we're feeling the revolt or the rebellion. This is also the age of Aquarius, where the entire thing, is up against some challenges, right? There are some people like the whole status quo. It's time to make a change.
Facts.
That's it. That's all.
Facts.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you, goddess. Appreciate you. Nah, it was good. My fault. It was like the timer. It was reminding me, so it's no worries on that. But yeah, excellent. I love what you were discussing. It's crazy, like you were saying, that we're in sync with what it is. Like even when we came up with the topics and stuff, we just felt led and just came up with the topics, and it shows that we're connected with the universe. But yeah, definitely. You guys make sure you guys follow Goddess Trends. She has a show that she does in the morning. Is it back to 7:30? You still at 7:30 East Pacific or Eastern?
7:30 a.m. Eastern. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you guys make sure you guys tune into her. It's always a good breath of fresh air to be able to get some of that knowledge in the morning. Start your day off right. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to just switch over to Coco real fast. We're going to do a Would You Rather before we get ready to leave out of here. Man, am I going to have to do 2 hours? I'm looking at myself like, are we going to have to do 2 hours? If we could commit to it, I guess everybody, then maybe, because this hour and 30, like, man, this is good, though. But I love it because I didn't want to cut you. That's what I was saying, because you were on a roll with what you were saying as well. So we can see what we're going to do, man. Go ahead.
No, I think 2 hours would be sufficient because we do it every other day instead of every day. If we did it every day, I would say an hour.
Okay.
But because we don't do it every other day,
I might
I
not
would
be
say
able
2
to
hours
stay
would
for
be
2 hours. It's a lot.
No, she said that's a lot. Hour and a half is already something. But it's
You've
cool.
Done well. You've done well today.
Well, you're only here on Monday.
Only Mondays. Only Monday. She like, I got to meet. I already know she's busy. Everybody's busy too. So we'll see what we can do. We'll just see how we can do it, and then we'll ride it and just take it from there. So, all right. So let's go ahead and move to Coco real quick. We got Would You Rather in the house. Let's do a quick Would You Rather before we go home.
Alrighty. This portion of the show is Would You Rather. So, Miss Juicy, your question is, would you rather have 3 feet or 3 hands?
Damn.
I would definitely go with 3 hands.
Why? Why would you have 3 hands? I want to know.
I'm already a mom, so I can use the extra hands. I could cook and clean.
Look, she's stirring over here. She reading a book over here. She like whooping her kid over here. Like, didn't I tell you?
I'm telling you, that bring a whole nother meaning to putting them hands on you.
Oh yeah, she ain't losing no fights with 3 hands. She ain't losing no fights.
Maybe put these hands on you.
Because what you could hold a person's hands, you could hold them with 2 of your hands and just be beating their ass with the other hand. Like, nah, this playing. That's crazy.
Be like Chris Tucker. Be like, who hit me? Who just hit me?
Which one of y'all niggas hit me? Yeah, which one of y'all niggas hit me?
Be like Kevin Hart dad. Did he have 8 arms? Really? Like really, dad? An octopus, a human octopus.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, all right, let's keep it going.
Alrighty, Gullah. Would you rather be able to run fast as a cheetah or fly, but only as fast as a tortoise? Like,
so
do you
fly
understand
slow?
what I'm saying? Run fast as a cheetah, or fly slow as a tortoise. So you're just flying slow.
Well, I mean, okay, so the thing is, understand this right here. Turtles really ain't that slow. Not when they get going. But still.
I think I can. Yeah, no, you imagine you're in the sky, you like, look, I can fly though. You just move it like.
They can't. So maybe I would say maybe run fast as a cheetah.
I already do that as a Miko move quick, so I know you're a cheetah already. You like me.
They be like, run, nigga, run.
He like, Blick, I don't need to drive. I'm running. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, all right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, next one.
Oh, that is dropped off. So
Okay.
we're gonna move on to you, Poetic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have your dream job or find true love?
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh no, that's hard. They both a job, ain't it? But okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want to be paid in love or in cash. Like, damn. Okay. I'm gonna say my dream job. I'm sorry.
Damn. She said, get the money. Let's get to the money. Let's get to the money then. Okay. All right. Let me see. Is God still in the building? I heard either her phone must have died. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's keep it pushing. I saved it. All right, for sure.
Alrighty. This question is for you, Blick.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather share your house with a family of rats, or live
Ooh.
with your parents forever?
Damn. Can I eat? I'm like, I don't, we can't eat the rats, huh? No, I'm just joking. A family of rats?
I guess if you was farming them, maybe that'd be alright. But
Look, okay, I'll say the rats.
Train them?
Look, I say the rats because I just get some cats. Like, I get a couple of cats. You know what I mean? I got a nice size house. I'm like, I don't want to, go with my parents. I guess live with my parents. I don't know, cause I be thinking about the tribal living too. So maybe my parents, if they got a nice size house, I guess. I don't know. I would get maybe a couple of cats. I told you, get a couple of cats and that family's gone. No, I'm just joking. But in my mind, I don't know, because I don't know my parents. I'm like, I don't know if they content. Sometimes they be content with just a decent sized house, and I want like a gigantic house. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna have to live with these rats. They can live on that sector of the house. How big is the family of rats? That's what I ask you. How big is the family of rats? That's what I know. How big are they? Can you give me a number, like 4?
Hypothetical family, like hypothetically.
Like 7?
I was about to say, rat families ain't small. They bring the whole
No,
tribe, okay?
But listen, a cat
Hey,
though. The cat is gonna make sure them rats stay in the cellar
you're
and the
gonna need
basement.
about 5 cats for this.
Bro,
Yeah.
do you realize she didn't
Yo.
say mice? She said rats.
I know she said rats.
Right.
But
You
look,
know, 3 rats will beat a mouse and beat a cat ass.
You talking about the thing you had to taste about the garage. You know what you was talking
I'm
about?
gonna call Love
Rats,
Always.
rats.
Love Always got like 17 cats. So I'm gonna call
Rats
Love
will
Always.
eat your house. Rats will tear
rats.
holes in your wall.
Oh.
Yeah, rats are not
will
afraid
eat your
of cats like
wires.
that. Mice are. Mice are afraid of cats, but
Ooh.
rats will beat a cat. Okay, so in
Rats is
Savannah,
just like
we got them
Master
river
Splinter.
rats, right?
Yeah.
And
Lot of
Savannah, we
river
got
rats.
them river rats that stand about 2-3 feet tall. Well, about 2 feet.
I seen a rat that looked like a baby kangaroo on
something
the
like
streets
that.
one day.
Like
I'm like,
three.
that's a damn
Wait a
kangaroo
minute,
in
that's
Compton.
big.
What is
They
going
about,
on?
they're like
I
2
said a
feet.
kangaroo in
I
Compton.
say it depends on the size of the rats and how many rats it is, because I don't know. Yeah, you're right. But if I have a multiple cats,
Man, a river
them
rat.
rats ain't coming out. Them rats ain't coming out. If you got a whole house full of cats, I'm just gonna have to like cats like that, man. I'm gonna have to change it over.
You finna be a
Bro,
cat man?
I'm gonna be a cat man. I'm normally not, but hey, I'll be a cat man
rats
for some
can chew
rats.
Steel.
Mm-hmm.
You know rats can chew through steel.
Damn. Yeah. I know that's deep. That's deep.
That's what I'm saying. Rats will tear your house up worse than raccoons, man. They'll have
I don't know.
claws.
I don't know what
Yeah.
movie it was,
What's
but all
good,
I'm
Julia?
picturing is this one movie where they put
Yeah.
a rat on a man's chest and they put a metal
Yeah.
bucket
Yeah.
over it
Yeah.
and they heated it up and made the rat
Yeah,
claw
Yeah.
through
Yeah,
the
the rat
man.
eat a man.
I know, yeah. When you ate through the person.
Ooh.
Okay, look, I'm gonna go with my family. I'm gonna go with my family. I'm gonna make them have to think bigger. I'm gonna say, Mama, you gotta think big. You gotta think big. No, just playing.
So you say raccoons or rats? Is that what you said?
Ooh, not a
Coco?
raccoon.
Raccoons or rats?
Raccoons even
No,
crazier.
I know. I said rats is worse than raccoons. 'Cause I'm telling you, they'll eat up everything, eat through your everything, and they ain't
Yeah.
afraid of shit. They
ain't scared.
They don't have no respect.
Yeah,
I
they
done
don't have
seen
no
all
respect.
like plenty of these
Yeah.
like clips
At least
in all these shows with these
raccoons-
rats and
At least raccoons like to wash their food off before they eat it.
Yeah, you ain't never lied. Raccoons got a little respect. Now I'm gonna choose my parents. We're gonna just make them think big. We're gonna make them think big. Okay, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys. We are definitely at the time. We went a little bit over, but no problem. We appreciate the show. We're back, season 2 of I was gonna say, would you rather? Season 2 of the Top of the Morning Show. Make sure you guys tune in to. We will be back on Wednesday. Wednesday, we are talking about the Akashic Records. That is gonna definitely be a good show. Talking about this, the origins of the Akashic Records, where did it come from, and so forth and so forth. So if you guys enjoyed the show, make sure you go to our YouTube channel and make sure you subscribe. Every subscription matters. Every subscription plays a key piece of our success, and we need you guys just as much as y'all need us. We need each other, y'all. We all we got. So make sure you tune in, like I said, next Wednesday at 10 o'clock Eastern. We will do it an hour and a half. Thank you, Goddess. I don't know what happened, but I know that you popped down, but I still see you in here. So we appreciate you for coming into the show. Appreciate everybody. Real fast before we do go, if anybody needs to contact you, Coco, what is the best way that people can contact you?
here on Bigo, ID Cocoa Water, and on IG as Coco Lawan.
Got him. Okay, Dr. Juicy, aka Founder Juicy. If anybody needs to get in contact with you in any type of way, what's the best way they can contact you?
Here on Bigo at One Juicy, IG Shiny282, and my business email rashawnconley.hms@gmail.com.
Okay, and Gullah, aka Miko, info goat in the house. If anybody needs to get in contact with you, brother, what's the best way they can get in contact with you?
Here's Gullah or Info Goat, or you can find me on Instagram at LyricalMe912.
Okay, got him. And also, she didn't get to say her plugs, but Goddess Trends, make sure you type in that, Goddess Trends. You'll be able to see her on all platforms. She has her show, like she was saying, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. All right, Poetic, if anybody needs to get in contact with you, what's the best way they can contact you?
Well, you can get in contact with me here on Bigo at Bigo ID Poet Soul. If you want to on my platform, it is one Poetic Poison Baby, because I am the only one in anything business related for HMS casting. It is poetic.hms@gmail.com.
Got him, Coach. And myself as well. Instagram is Blick333. HMS is hitmakersociety.com. As you see down below, our Instagram is We Are HMS. That's WEAREHMS. Hit us for any inquiries, editing, film. We do all that stuff. I'm actually back on these beats, so y'all need to holler at me if you're an artist and you need music. I'm out here in the streets on these beats. So hit us up. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And we will see y'all on Wednesday. Shout out to Femi Fields. Got him. Peace out, y'all.